Hello friends, welcome to HitBullsEye. Today is 15th of December and we are going to discuss some current affairs from today. So my name is Manish Mittal and I'm back with your daily dose of current affairs. In case you are coming to the channel for the first time, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you receive the notifications of these videos every day. And in case you want to learn more and you want to prepare for any competitive exam, do check out the link in the description below, which is gk.hitbullseye.com, where you get so many free resources as well. Let us see what all important has happened today that we are going to discuss. So the 5 things we are going to discuss include, number 1, AIBA has rebranded itself as IBA. That is, the Boxing Association has rebranded itself. We'll see why it has done so and what are the implications. Secondly, Sant missile or SANT missile, which is an anti-tank missile, has been test fired. We'll see what the specifications of this missile are and what are its strategic implications. In the third news, Dubai has become the first city in the world to go 100% paperless. So the digitization in Dubai, the governance in Dubai has reached such a level that it has become 100% paperless in all its government functioning. In the fourth and very important news, Time magazine has declared Elon Musk as the person of the year for 2021. And finally, we'll see the Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana. Its index has been launched and Maharashtra has come out at the top in providing employment to people who lost it during COVID-19 pandemic. Let's see all these news one by one. So firstly, the AIBA, basically the name remains the same, which is International Boxing Association. But earlier the acronym was AIBA. Now it will be known as IBA, International Boxing Association. Now, why is it being done? It is presumably not only a change of name, but is also a change in some practices of International Boxing Association. It is a part of various governance reforms in the body that were expected to be done because there was a rebuke from International Olympics Committee that unless you do this, you will not be allowed to participate in the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics. So 2028 Olympics are going to be held in Los Angeles, USA. And this reform has been done keeping that in mind so that the sport does not get knocked out of the 2028 Olympics. So basically there were 3 sporting events that were under the scanner. One is boxing, another is weightlifting, and third is modern pentathlon. So all of these were let off on the initial list of sports in 2028 Olympics, but they were asked to effect certain changes. And unless those changes were made, they were strictly told that your sporting events will not be allowed in that Olympics. So keeping that thing in mind, they are now reforming themselves. There were allegations of doping also, and there were allegations of unfair practices, unsportsmanship like practices. Keeping that in mind, these reforms are being done. Some important pointers that you should remember: the headquarters of International Boxing Association are in Lausanne, which is in Switzerland. The president of IBA is Umar Kremliov, and the association was founded in 1946. It has serious implications for India as well because India has really a good generation of boxers who are winning medals at Commonwealth, at International Boxing Association events, and even in Olympics. We have some silver and bronze medal winners in boxing at all these international events. So it really would dent prospects of India if this sport gets excluded from the Olympics. Right? So it's good that the governance reforms are taking place. Next, in the second news, Sant missile has been test fired, SANT. Its full form is Standoff Anti-Tank Missile. So SANT is Standoff Anti-Tank Missile, which is indigenously designed, number 1. So the first feature is it is indigenously designed and developed. We have not bought it from any other country. It has been designed in India by Indians itself. And secondly, it is unique in the sense that it is helicopter launched missile. So it will be fired from a helicopter. That's why I've included this image here so that it, you remember this. So being fired from a helicopter. And it has been developed by Defense Research and Development Organization in association with Indian Air Force. So DRDO and IAF are the two developing agencies. And in particular, DRDO has its facility in Hyderabad called Research Center Imarat, which is instrumental in designing and developing this missile. Its range is about 10 kilometers, and it has been test fired in Pokhran range of Rajasthan. And this is for the first time that it has been launched from a Russian origin Mi-35 helicopter gunship. So it for sure enhances defense preparedness of India. And helicopters are mostly used for low altitude and low intensity warfare, generally for civilian conflicts within India, not generally for cross-border conflicts. So it is a milder form of missile. It is not a very long range or a very concentrated or a very deadly missile. Those missiles are Agni missiles and BrahMos. But this is a bit of a moderate missile for internal warfare, you can say. Next, we also did a news related to UAE yesterday, in which we discussed that how UAE has become the first country in the world to implement 4.5-day work week or 4.5-day work week. And now Dubai has also become world's first city or city-state to go 100% paperless. So they can afford that because they have a lot of money, being accumulating that money for the last so many decades out of oil business. So they have become 100% paperless, and it was announced by none other than the Crown Prince of UAE, whose name is really long, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. You do not need to remember that, don't worry. You just need to point it out in case you get an MCQ. So he has announced it himself. It will help in saving billions of dirhams, which is, of course, the currency of UAE. And this is another doubt in the minds of students, that Dubai is not a country. Dubai is a city, and it is a part of UAE. It is not a part of Saudi Arabia. This is it generates a lot of confusion. And also, it is not the capital of UAE, right? So Saudi Arabia is a different country, and UAE is a different country. And within UAE, there is a city called Dubai. Right, so the capital, the currency is dirham, and the reason why it has gone paperless is because the entire governance structure has now been digitized. So all the government services, including birth certificates, death certificates, every single thing, we are also trying to do that in India under the Digital India mission, but we haven't claimed yet to go 100% paperless. So all the services will now be availed through Dubai Now application. This is basically news signifying e-governance reforms in another country, and we can, of course, take example from there and can do it here. In fact, a few months back, the Himachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly became the first assembly in India to go 100% paperless. So all the MLAs in Himachal Pradesh are now using iPads for their legislative work. And there is not even a single piece of paper used in the Legislative Assembly of Himachal Pradesh. Of course, other states are also trying to replicate the same. Fourth, and the most important news for today, Elon Musk has been crowned as Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2021. And this is one of the most recognized personalities. Any person who is crowned Person of the Year means that person has generated the most amount of buzz economically, politically, socially, in every single sphere. So Mr. Elon Musk is that person this year. He is the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, which is a space exploration agency. And in 2021, his startup Tesla became $1 trillion company. So I think it has become the third company in the world to cross $1 trillion of market capitalization after Apple and Amazon. So Tesla is now a $1 trillion company. And he has become the world's richest person with a net worth of $255 billion. And he's the founder and CEO of SpaceX as well. And this year, 3 persons have attempted to go into space in their private vehicles, and one of them is Elon Musk. And he also leads another breakthrough technological startup called Neuralink, which is a brain chip manufacturing startup. And he also owns an infrastructure firm, the Boring Company. So all these companies are basically trying to generate cutting edge technology. So we know that Tesla makes the world's finest electric vehicles. In fact, now that the entire world is trying to make a very simple electric vehicle, Tesla has already made a supercar which runs on electricity, and its performance is like way beyond normal supercars. So trying to generate breakthrough technologies. Similarly, in SpaceX, they have generated a recyclable rocket, so which does not crash, it recycles, it lands back on the earth, and it saves a tons of wastage from going into the ocean. So the kind of technologies he's using. So why he has been declared Times Magazine's Person of the Year? Number one, for generating a cutting edge technology, which is highly futuristic, like Hyperloop technology. Secondly, for becoming the richest person out of those innovations. And number three, for generating the most amount of buzz in US stock markets. And finally, Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana, which was launched by the government as a part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana. So Atmanirbhar Bharat basically means self-sufficient India. Basically, the need arose when during the time of COVID, a government realized that there are so many things that we have been importing from other countries, which we can easily generate on our own, whether it is a service, whether it is a product. So keeping that thing in mind, we started thinking, why not become self-sufficient in such things? For example, in pharmaceutical sector, now India is home to more than 1 lakh crore of annual pharmaceutical industry market is there in India. But when we manufacture those medicines, a lot of those medicines require active pharmaceutical ingredients that you call APIs. And most of the APIs that India uses are imported from China. But during COVID-19 and its lockdown, most of the APIs we were not able to import. So that led to the shortage of medicine manufacturing in India. So that made us realize, why can't we manufacture APIs in India itself? And that gave rise to this entire scheme called Atmanirbhar Abhiyan, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And there are so many offshoots of this Abhiyan, and one of them is Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana, so that the people who got unemployed during the COVID pandemic, they can be re-employed. So what the government does is that all the establishments and companies that are registered with the Employees Provident Fund Organization, or EPFO, they get financial incentive for hiring new employees. So this scheme is implemented by EPFO, and it reduces the financial burden of employers. So those who are running businesses, it reduces their burden, and it tries to, it's like viability gap funding. So for example, if I'm running a small business and I used to employ 100 people. So if I have laid off 30 to 40 people because of the COVID pandemic, the government will incentivize me to rehire all those people. And I can, for example, if I was paying 10,000 rupees to each one of them that I laid off, now the government will say, okay, you had them at 5 or 6,000 rupees, the gap we will fill. So we will give the rest of 3 or 4,000 rupees that you require. So a lot of government funding has gone into it. And the employer also gets a lot of other benefits for re-employing the persons or employees it has laid off. And in this particular analysis, Maharashtra has become the top state by re-employing 6,50,000 employees. So this scheme has actually helped around 40 lakh employees to be, it has helped 4 million people in India to regain their jobs. And number one state is Maharashtra, number two is Tamil Nadu, and number three is Gujarat, which of course are the 3 most industrialized states of India. So basically it was the manufacturing sector that faced the heat during the pandemic, because all the supply chains got disrupted. the fuel supply, all the core sector output, everything went down. And these three states have the most quantum of industry, manufacturing industry in India: Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Gujarat. So now these states have also become the biggest beneficiaries of Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana. Another feather in the cap of union government, that it has helped employ 4 million employees back to their jobs by this particular scheme. And this data has been released by Ministry of Labor and Employment. So you just have to remember, Maharashtra has topped this list in re-employing the laid off employees. So that is all for today. These were the 5 most important news you have to remember. If you think that this was a good value for your time, please thumbs up for this video and share it with your friends so that they can also take the benefit of the same. Also, do not forget to visit the GK website of HitBullsEye at gk.hitbullseye.com. The link is also given in the description below. That is all from my side. Thank you so much and take care.